bead of the RO membrane which has been used too much, and we will try to first we will try to check how much does the flow is there in the given period of time, and then we will try to recover with a technique which does not involve any chemical use. We will try to recover it with water only. After then we again will check what is the output. Okay guys, let's start the motor, and let's start. I started from this 6. How much time it takes to fill a glass? Motor is it started? Not started. So we will start when the motor actually falls in. No, motor has actually started. So it's okay that we have started on 6. 1 minute has to be passed yet. Okay, the 1 minute has over, and we just have to get full water. One full glass of water. Now it will be almost 2 minutes. Now it has completed the 2-minute circle. Still the glass is not full. It is taking a lot of time. Still complete glass of water. One minute and 30 seconds has completed. 1 minute and 35 seconds. 1 minute and 40 seconds. And 1 minute and 45 seconds has been required to fill the glass completely. Now I'll stop the water. Glass has been completely filled with 1 minute and 45 seconds. Okay, now we will start cleaning. First we have to remove membrane from the motor and release the pressure. Generally, then we have to remove the bottom cables entirely, remove the flow restrictor also. Remove everything. Just take the membrane housing out of the filter and get a fresh water outlet. First, what we have to do is, first thing we'll do is drain out any contaminants. As we can see, the membrane was full of contaminated water. What I am doing is removing the contaminated water just by giving good pressure water and just like slightly hitting it on the table, cause all the membrane related dirt and mud to be removed. This process we have to completely do this at least till 5 to 10 minutes. We have to flush the membrane completely. Slightly we have to pump it on ground. Just just remember, don't do it very hardly, just slightly. We have to bump it on the ground, on the table. Until you get a clear vision of water. Repeat this process until you receive a clear water flow from the drain. You can also tap the membrane like this, slightly. Don't do it very hardly, just slightly you have to tap it. If you do hardly, there is a chance of getting membrane getting damaged, so you have to do it very slightly, slowly. Repeat the process until some contaminated water. You see the contaminated water. Until then you have to repeat the process. Once you start seeing clean water, stop this process. Let the water go out from the drain to a certain time. After that, you have to stop the membrane, stop the inlet flow of water. Remove the water pump pipe and then just slightly bump it. Try to remove the membrane hosing cover with the spanner, or if you don't have a spanner, you can remove it with any towel like this. You can put pressure and remove it, but sometimes it gets very difficult with the help of towel. Just have a look at if your membrane, because they have already flushed, a lot of contaminants have been removed. Remember, before removing the membrane, it is very important that many of times people don't know how to remove the membrane and they tend to damage the membrane. To remove a membrane is very easy and very simple. I'll show it to you. You have to use a plier, or even if your membrane is having such kind of groove inside, just you have to put a tag, a cable tag, and just pull out the membrane. But it is very important that membrane should be removed only in case it is very essential, or if you have to replace, because most of the time when you remove the membrane get damaged, because the ring, that pressure ring, or we call as the pressure gasket, gets separated from the membrane due to use and wear and tear. So it is not advisable to remove the membrane. Anyways, if you will remove it, you will be only able to clean it from the outer side. But if you want to remove it, it's very essential. Then you have to remove it with the help of a cable tie. That I'll show you in later process. But right now, what you have to do, take the fresh water in the tap water inlet, and we have to put it where the reject flow restrictor is kept. There we have to put it, and we have to start the water flow. And remember, again the dust particles and mud particles will get out. We have to tap it gently, that all the suspended particles of mud and dust will get removed. Tap it gently, don't do it very vigorously, just simply we have to tap it. This thing is applicable only for domestic kind of filters, and this is again this is not advised by company, because sometimes what happens while tapping, your membrane gets damaged. So in case if you are going to replace the membrane, you can give it a try to recover it with this kind of technique. You need to let the water flow for at least 5 to 10 minutes like this. You have to vigorously, you have to shake it and remove any contaminants. All the possible contaminants get removed with this kind of thing. Only the thing that the scalants like calcium and magnesium which are stuck into the membrane are very difficult to be removed. Very lightly you have to tap, don't do it very hardly or you may damage the membrane. Okay, let it sit for a while and let all the water, the contaminated water, get flown out of it. And to remove a RO membrane from a membrane housing, there are two methods. One, first we need a cable tie like this. If your membrane is having hole in it, we need a cable tie. Take it and put in the hole, that is both side. From the both side we have to notice that both side we have to put it, and like this. It's sort of difficult, but you can do with some patience or get help of something else. Get the cable tie, put it inside, and I'm using just a skewer like this. Like this I have placed the membrane and the cable tie, and now you can see that it is getting locked. The membrane is getting locked. Lock the cable tie, secure it like this, secured, and we have to simply pull the membrane towards us very slowly. If it is too much jammed, it will be difficult to be removed. This one is too much jammed. Another way is to hook it to something fixed and pull it out. Okay. Okay, this is the way. Because of flushing, the membrane was quite clean, just because we have flushed it a lot. Wash it with water. Remove all the contaminants from outside of the membrane. Wash it nicely, nice and snug. Clean the bottle, clean the housing with the help of a bottle cleaner, of baby's bottle cleaner, what we say, if you have one. Like this, a baby bottle cleaner can clean the membrane housing. Remember not to add any detergent or any chemical in the membrane housing. because that chemical or detergent may damage your membrane. So better way, wash it with your clean water, and you can use sort of hot water to clean. If your membrane housing is giving any smell, you can use hot water to clean. You can clean the membrane housing from outside with any sort of cleaning agent. After your membrane you have removed, you can cut off the cable tie and release your membrane and reinsert it. Cut off the membrane, reinsert it, clean it properly. If you see any contaminants or any visible contamination from outside, put the membrane, apply pressure, and again we need to give supply from the drain side. Give water supply from the drain side so that more contaminants may be released. Remember, this technique is I am telling you, which does not involve any chemical. You are just trying to free up the membrane from any dust particles or any sedimented particles. Remember, this will not remove any scalants which are stuck to the membrane. It is very difficult to remove scalants with help of this method. There are other methods that we will see in another video. Almost all visible contaminants or suspended dust particles are removed by this method. After that, you can stop and again put on the membrane housing cover. Tight it with the spanner. It's better to tighten it up thoroughly. And now we'll try and test the output again. Check whether the speed has increased. Okay, now we are attaching the motor again to the membrane from the front side. We started the water flow and I started the motor pressure. Let me use the full pressure, water with full pressure. Also, for starting first, we will again repeat the process. With the pressurized water to remove all the possible contaminants. All the contaminants that are possibly removable. Again we will stop it from here and put it into the drain side. Remember not to put in fresh water side. It will damage the membrane for 100%. Other method for removing a membrane is to use such kind of a plier. Just pick it up and pluck it out. But which one I have told you before, it is far more safe and membranes are less suspected to be damaged. Now another thing we have to clean is this flow restrictor. It is mandatory whenever you replace the membrane, you have to replace the flow restrictor. But right now we are not replacing it. If your customer is agreed, you can replace it for him. But if he is not, you can just put the flow from the reverse side to clean any contaminants that are stuck into the flow restrictor. First, and then again put it from the straight side. Check for getting good pressure, straight line output from the flow restrictor. Then again stop your machine motor and put it from the front side. Apply the flow restrictor. connect it. Now we will try to check the output. Again I'll bring the glass and we'll check the output and see how much does the difference is there. Now I have got the glass over here. I'll start the timer when the water actually starts to flow into the glass. I've started the motor now and the water has started, so we will count it from over 7. Can see a significant amount of rise into the flow of feed water, but remember many of times the pre-filters are choked up. Here we are doing this with entirely constant. The pre-filters were considered that all pre-filters are new and only the membrane we are recovering. I had replaced the entire pre-filters before only. The sediment filter, the pre-carbon filter, entirely they are new and we are testing it with that constants. The 1 minute has been over. Before it had taken 2 minutes and some seconds, I think 45 seconds to completely fill a glass. So at present a 1 minute cycle has been completed. If there is a significant amount of output has been raised, okay, we are now about to complete the 2 minutes. 2 minutes have been completed. Okay, 2 minutes 30 seconds, 2 minutes 30 seconds and 35 seconds. Yes, 35 seconds, 2 minutes and 35 seconds. But remember that my membrane condition before was good. There were too much of contaminants, so my membrane means there was just a 5 seconds of increase in the speed output, but it will definitely, which membranes are totally damaged and totally choked with contaminants, such membrane will give more performance. But this is a good try. At least 5 seconds, I think 5 or 10 seconds the glass was able to be filled prior. Please try the solution whenever it is possible. And remember to flush the membrane for at least more than 1 hour after completing this process, because in the feed water also sometimes the contaminated particles may go due to we had cleaned. And always check the TDS of the product water before you can advise the use of the membrane. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and please do comment, subscribe and share my video. If you require any assistance, I'll be coming soon with another video in which we will be using chemicals to recover the membrane. So if you really want that I should create the video with the chemicals, please do comment so I can start working on the project soon. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.